What up, everyone? It's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip-hop superstar and G-Unit member Tony Yayo sent strong warnings and messages to Jim Jones. Now, as we all know, these two got in a back and forth. I mean, it seems like it's never going to end between Jim Jones and 50 Cent and 50 Cent's camp. Ever since 50 Cent went on the It Is What It Is podcast with Cameron, and they started talking about how, you know, the issues that Cameron had with 50 Cent and how 50 Cent manipulated Jim Jones and Joel Santana on coming on stage with him. And, you know, Cameron was saying that there would be no way in hell that Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks would be on stage with him just out of respect to 50. So that's what started the demise of Dipset. And ever since then, it just hasn't been the same. But it seems like there's some issues now going on between the underbosses. You got Capo, Jim Jones, you got Tony Yayo, you got Memphis Bleek, all having this conversation about basically who was the best wingman, who's the best hype man of the three. Personally, I'm gonna have to give it to Jones. Jim Jones did his thing, man, as far as being, a second under to the alleged head honcho Cameron. Jim Jones has done his thing with Dipset in the music business, so you can't take that away from him. Tony Yayo, he had a decent career just like Memphis Bleek. His career was but Jim Jones really did his thing. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, let's take a look at this clip from Tony Yayo as he warns Jim Jones and thanks Jim Jones for putting his name back out there, putting him in the algorithm, helping him get some more bread. But he says he's not one of them ones that likes to brag and boast and show off and stuff like that. But he said if he wants to go car for car, house to house, if they want to get into that, they can. Let's take a look at this clip from Tony Yayo.
Yeah, I agree. He was right, because I could have responded and said, yo, drop a pin, link up, we both can die. Or I could have said, or I got a bigger house than you, or got more money than you. So sometimes, like, when I realize the hate is better for me. So first of all, I want to shout out Jomo for the promo. I want to shout out Memphis Bleek and Nori, because Nori is pushing Memphis Bleek. I want to shout out Academics, Adam 22, Vlad TV, Hassan Campbell, Harlem Legend TV, China Brim, because it's promo to me. It doesn't matter. It was good promo. Like, I appreciate it. You know, I like when lies turn into likes. It's all good. I'm not going to go back and forth on the internet to leave anybody, the feds, anybody, anything on this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm not. I don't get on the internet, Vlad. You know I don't do that. So I'm not going to say anything. I just and yo, look, 3, 4 in the morning, Nori's texting me, yo, keep the peace. Because niggas know she could get ugly, but I just be chilling. I don't want to catch a tag stone case or nothing like that. But what I'm saying to you is, like, when people seeing you level up, they got evil eyes. That's why I pray every night to God. That's just evil eyes. G-Unit always been the bad guys. Now you got to go to your favorite TV shows, 50 Action TV, whatever it is, and you see G-Unit. You know what I mean? Imagine if 50 and Banks was back cool, and we said, we're going to do a mixtape tour. We would take over the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's me humbly saying that because, you know, we had Eminem and Dr. Dre, and we went worldwide. There's not a lot of groups in New York City that went worldwide, you know, and there's a lot of people in New York City that did go worldwide. But as for what G-Unit did, we always gonna be the most hated. So as for Jimmy talking to me, I mean, I look at that as crazy, because you saying you better than Nas. I don't know who's smoking coke or sniffing coke here, me or you. You know what I'm saying? Man, like, I just don't like to talk. But the hate, you need the hate, because the hate is good motivation. I needed that. You know, my Shannon Sharp interview numbers went up. My numbers keep going up. Because if you look at the analytics, when they talked about me, the numbers went up. You trying to push a podcast. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? 50 a different animal. He just like to, you know. And, you know, it might could be with the Cameron and 50 thing with the paid in full. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing big things. Like 50 got the Gilgo story killer, the Gilgo killer, serial killer. I brought that story to 50 with my lawyer, Bob Macedonia. I'm doing big things behind the scenes, man. I'm opening the dispensary. Shout to Indoor, shout to Strain Gang, shout to Styles P, Strain for Life in Harlem. Me and Murder opened a dispensary in Queens right now. So I ain't really worried about that. I don't worry how they talk. You know, to me, that was like it was promo. Nori know what he was doing. Nori's cool. That's my guy. But when I did Shannon Sharp, you sent Memphis Bleak to do Shannon Sharp. When I don't talk about these dudes, it's crickets for them. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wasn't worried about it. That's why Nori texted me 4 a.m. was like, yo, keep everything peace when niggas talk crazy like that. You know, half of the niggas we beef with wasn't even rappers. So why would I worry about a rapper? Half of the niggas had problems with street niggas. Half of the dudes we had beef with or problems with was really street niggas. I don't really worry about rappers. You know what I'm saying? I'm never worried about the rap. I'm worried about the stupid nigga in your entourage that's ready to crash out. You know what I'm saying? But that shit costs lawyer money and bail money and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it can get real. So for me, I don't worry. I let niggas talk because niggas know they see me on YouTube and I'm doing them numbers. Thanks, Vlad. Appreciate you. I'm opening the dispensary right now. Shout to the Strain Gang. You know what I mean? Shout to Uncle Murder. We doing big things. You know what I'm saying? Might even open something down in Shreveport because 50 taking that over. Might, you know, because it's legal certain parts down there. I forgot. I got to figure the laws out, but we doing big things. I'm bringing movies to 50. I'm not bringing them bullshit bootleg movies. I bring them to Gilgo Serial Killer. Shout to Bob Macedonia, my lawyer. That's the type of shit I'm bringing to 50. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing big business over here, man. I ain't worried about these niggas. But if they want to do house wars, we could always do that. Like, I got nice property. We was buying houses when we was in our 20s. You know, cars, we could do that too. But I just don't brag and like to show anything because I like to just stay humble. I really don't care about that shit.
Well, what exactly was Memphis Bleak responding to? Because it seemed like he was.
I think Bleak was more on a promo campaign funded by Nori. You know what I'm saying? I said the Jay-Z thing and I understand, but I looked at a standpoint where even Beanie Siegel came over there to our camp. You know what I'm saying? Who didn't want to be signed to G-Unit? Fab wanted to be signed to G-Unit. When I came home, they was talking about K. Michelle and Olivia. Everybody wanted to be assigned to G-Unit. At that time, when I got out of jail, but for me, I just feel like...
Nation, there you have it. Crazy, crazy work here. I respect a lot of what Tony Yayo said. He's not braggadocious. He don't really care about the money. He said he could show a bunch of cars. He could show some homes and things like that. But he said that's not really his style. Not really what he gets into. He be trying to stay low key. And I can respect all of that. Jim Jones is quite opposite. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones is out there. He's going to flash his jewelry. He's going to flash his money. He's going to show off his cars. He's going to be a stunner. You know, he's one of them that like the East Coast stunner man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's just difference of philosophies and things like that. Like I said, if we're going, let's say they have a versus battle or who's the best, I'm going to go Jim Jones out of all of them when we talking about Memphis Bleak, when we talk about Tony Yayo, and we talking about Jim Jones. I'm going Jones in that thing just because he's the one I listen to most of his. I listen to more of his music than I do the other two. There's a couple songs I like from Memphis Bleak, few songs I like with Tony Yayo. Jim Jones got some hitters, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to roll with Jones. Nation, who y'all got? Y'all got Jones, y'all got Yayo, or y'all got Memphis Bleak? Who's the best, hype man of the three? Who would you think would win in a battle or a versus? Nation, y'all let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.